Welcome back to English Edition. My name is Nicole King and it's a pleasure to run through the local town hall news over the past week. Different investments, initiatives, roadworks and opportunities for our local community. We will be then taking you out to a couple of events and interesting things for the summer, and then welcoming local international residents, sharing the opportunities they offer us so we can really get involved and know what's going on behind the scenes in our city. Anyway, let's start with the news. Work is now underway on the creation of a new municipal school of music and dance in San Pedro Alcántara. The centre will be built in the southern part of town next to the new secondary school. Construction is expected to take almost 2 years, meaning it should be completed by the end of 2027. This is great news for students, as once it's opened, they won't need to travel to Marbella for their classes. Construction has officially begun on San Pedro Alcántara's future Municipal School of Music and Dance. The new centre is being built on a plot in the southern area of town, beside the new secondary school and the public housing development that is also currently under construction. The building will have a modern and functional design, and importantly will also have the capacity to expand in the future should student numbers continue to grow.
La construcción de este equipamiento de este nuevo espacio de música y danza, estamos hablando de 6.500 metros cuadrados. 6.500 metros cuadrados que están divididos entre la necesidad que hay para música y para danza. O sea, para música aproximadamente hay unas 14 aulas, para danza hay unas 7, más espacios polivalentes.
The project will also include a number of shared spaces, including an auditorium with capacity for 120 people, as well as meeting rooms. Construction is expected to take around 20 months, meaning the school should be completed by the end of 2027. The aim is to provide San Pedro with its own music and dance school, so students no longer have to travel to Marbella or nearby towns for lessons, as is currently the case.
Porque aquí le vamos a dar esa educación elemental en música y danza dentro de lo que son la propia Junta de Andalucía a todos los chicos que ahora mismo se tienen que desplazar a Marbella o se tienen que desplazar a otros puntos de diferentes localidades. Ahora lo van a tener justo aquí en San Pedro. Como decía, ahora muchos de ellos por convenio de colaboración lo están haciendo en colegios de la zona. Ahora tendrán un espacio propio.
San Pedro Alcántara will gain a major new educational facility, with a total investment expected to reach around €6.5 million. Marbella has paid tribute to 17 local residents who, since last Saturday, officially hold the title of Honorary Citizens of the city. The emotional ceremony took place at the Teatro Ciudad de Marbella and recognised their contribution to the development and improvement of the municipality. The honorees reflected the diversity of Marbella itself and its city, showing its gratitude to people from all walks of life for their dedication and commitment. The 17 residents honoured as honorary citizens received what was described as a well-deserved institutional tribute, recognising them as part of the soul of the city. During the ceremony, the mayor said that putting faces and names to these stories was also a way of recognising that a city is built through effort, values and generosity.
Vuestra trayectoria, calidad humana y sobre todo el compromiso con esta ciudad única en el mundo son un ejemplo a seguir por todos y cada uno de nosotros. Alguna vez, seguro, me habréis oído decir que una ciudad no se construye a través de sus calles o sus edificios o sus infraestructuras. Una ciudad se construye sobre todo con personas.
The Teatro Ciudad de Marbella hosted the official event, where the municipal corporation publicly thanked all those honoured for helping to shape the future of the city. Some of the recipients were visibly emotional, including José Luis Guerra and the daughter of Pasionaria León, who received the distinction posthumously.
Estoy totalmente emocionado porque no me esperaba esto. Pienso humildemente que habrá gente más importante que yo en San Pedro y en Marbella para estar aquí Y en memoria de todo ello, me vienen todas estas emociones.
Es también una responsabilidad, la de estar a su altura de su ejemplo. Mamá, reconocimiento. Este reconocimiento llega tarde para abrazarte, pero a tiempo para decirte que tu vida mereció la pena y que tu legado seguirá vivo entre nosotros. Muchas gracias.
María Victoria Mescua, Francisco de Asís, Hannah Mesian, Nicolás Gaffi, Rafael Vera, Pablo García, Eladio Rueda, Meinrad Buslinger, and Luis Rojo were also awarded the title, alongside Antonio Salgueiro, Marco Cáceres, José Julián Lara, Miguel Arrocha, and María del Carmen Lorca, who also used the occasion to make an appeal to both society and public institutions.
Quiero reivindicar una realidad que muchas veces permanece invisible: la discapacidad y la dependencia. No son solo palabras, son experiencias que atraviesan la vida de muchas personas y sobre todo de muchas familias.
The ceremony began with a minute's silence in memory of two Guardia Civil officers who recently... The local government board has approved the urban development of a plot of land in the Las Chapas area. The site, which covers more than 160,000 square metres, will be home to a future hotel development, alongside major improvements to local infrastructure. The investment by the developers is significant, and the town hall insists that the great care will be taken to protect the surrounding natural environment. The town hall has approved the urban development project for the Las Dunas de Real de Zaragoza site. The local government board has now given the green light to what represents a key preliminary step towards the future construction of a hotel on this 162,000 square metre plot. Developers are set to invest €23.5 million in what will be a comprehensive redevelopment project. The plans include improvements to infrastructure, protection of the natural surroundings and links to the coastal pathway, as well as the modernisation of public services and the creation of new leisure and communal spaces. Particular emphasis will be placed on preserving the dune landscape.
Toda la protección del frente litoral, o sea, va a quedar para el que pueda seguir continuándose, como saben, y que pueda seguir disfrutándose de ese paseo marítimo, la conservación de arbolado existente, la reducción en torno a los movimientos de tierra, las superficies permeables para favorecer el ciclo natural del agua o las medidas para favorecer y proteger la fauna y la diversidad.
The project also includes major hydraulic infrastructure works, particularly the sustainable channeling of the Real de Zaragoza stream.
Se hacen más de 1.000 metros, concretamente 1 kilómetro de colectores principales de pluviales, ese nuevo tanque de tormenta, un nuevo puente de conexión con Golden Beach, que también era algo que para nosotros era un planteamiento, el seguir conectando las urbanizaciones y que por lo tanto no solamente sea una conexión con la A7, sino que pueda haber conexión entre las diferentes urbanizaciones, carril bici y espacios peatonales.
Although the developers have drawn up the project, they have worked closely with the town hall to ensure all requirements are met, especially those linked to protecting the natural environment and, as the mayor stressed, helping to build a city. The Roman villa of Rio Verde is one of the most important traces of Marbella's Roman past. The archaeological site, which dates from between the 1st and 2nd centuries AD, has been chosen by the Culture Department to mark International Museum Day on the 18th of May. To coincide with the occasion, opening hours have been extended throughout this week, as the villa is normally only open to visitors from Friday to Sunday. Throughout this week, from 10:30 in the morning until 1:30, visitors have the opportunity to discover the Roman villa of Rio Verde through free guided tours organised by the Culture Department. Although the service is usually only available from Friday to Sunday, opening hours have been expanded specially for the occasion. Gonzalo Icaza, a retiree now living in Marbella, was the first visitor of the day.
Pasar por aquí, ir a Puerto Banús, es la primera vez que entro. Sí, la había visto, bueno, porque el cartel se ve, pero no había entrado nunca.
The villa was built between the 1st and 2nd centuries AD. The floors of its corridors and several of its rooms are decorated with mosaics.
Marbella cuenta con un patrimonio histórico muy amplio y muy diverso, ¿no? De muchas temáticas, ¿no? En concreto este lugar es muy interesante porque contiene una cantidad de mosaicos muy grande, lo que hace que lo convierta en un lugar muy especial dentro de lo que es la provincia de Málaga.
Particularly striking are the depictions of food and kitchen utensils along the southern corridor, offering a detailed insight into the cooking tools, household items and eating habits of the period. Also noteworthy is a symmetrical composition featuring anchors, dolphins and rudders. However, the most impressive image of all is a multicoloured representation of the head of Medusa.
El yacimiento se descubre en el 61 de la mano de Carlos Posay y lo que se encuentra son la parte noble de una vivienda romana, de lo que se llama una villa, ¿no? En concreto es un patio y alrededor del cual existe un peristilo que está pavimentado con mosaico y cuenta con 3 habitaciones con mosaico de distintas temáticas.
The business hub, The Pool, and Marbella Town Hall are continuing their collaboration to position the city as a centre for talent and international investment. Marbella has become an increasingly attractive destination for technology companies, and the mayor says this is helping to drive job creation across the municipality. The agreement reached between the Town Hall, the entrepreneurial hub, The Pool, and the project accelerator Silkbridge is designed to strengthen Marbella's position as a destination for foreign investment. Building on the growing international interest in the city as a centre for technological innovation, the platform aims to attract investment from across Europe, Africa, South America and China.
Esta nueva Marbella tenemos el imán, que es la calidad de vida que nos ha caracterizado siempre, que es lo que hace es atraer a estos emprendedores, pero ahora depende de nosotros qué hacemos con este talento local que estamos consiguiendo aunar y atraer. Y obviamente la idea es retenerlos también.
Marbella already has experience in this type of initiative. Particularly since the pandemic, the city has seen growing interest from innovation companies, technology entrepreneurs and business ecosystem projects looking to take advantage of Marbella's appeal as a place to live and work. The objective now is to consolidate local talent while continuing to promote Marbella internationally as a destination for investment.
Había, como bien ha dicho, mucho talento en nuestra ciudad que teníamos que canalizarlo. Había mucho interés, tanto a nivel empresarial como a nivel de muchos de esos CEOs, que entendían que Marbella era el lugar idóneo para asentar sus propias empresas y, sobre todo, para que desde Marbella pudieran tener mayor difusión, mayor visibilidad.
According to the mayor, the city's latest figures for economic activity, business creation and job growth reflect the opportunities Marbella is currently experiencing. And helping local talent make the most of those opportunities is precisely the aim of this Technology Accelerator programme. Next week, the beach volleyball event of the school sports games will take place at Parque del Mediterráneo. It's one of the best established fixtures in the sporting calendar, and in this discipline alone, participation will be comfortably exceed 1,000 students. The programme aims to encourage sport and promote healthy lifestyle habits among young people. 8,000 students from local schools will take part in this year's School Sports Games, which began last month with an orienteering event and will continue through until November. There are still many competitions ahead, starting on the 19th, 20th and 21st of May with a beach volleyball tournament at Parque del Mediterráneo.
Coincidiendo dentro de un par de semanas con la Copa del Rey y de la Reina de Vóley Playa, y teniendo en cuenta que muchos de esos profesionales van a estar aquí entrenando la semana previa, hemos querido organizar estos Juegos Deportivos Escolares de Vóley Playa, donde 1.200 alumnos van a formar parte de actividades dirigidas, todas por supuesto relacionadas con el vóley playa. Se van a poner a disposición todas las pistas de este Parque del Mediterráneo, como bien sabéis, 80.000 metros cuadrados destinadas principalmente a deportes de arena.
A total of 1,200 pupils will take part across the 3 mornings of competition, making use of the 15 courts available at the venue.
le ponemos ese servicio de autobuses que va a permitir desplazar a todos los alumnos de los diferentes centros aquí a Parque del Mediterráneo. Llegarán aproximadamente a las 9:30, 10 de la mañana y a la 1 de la tarde el autobús los devolverá hacia los diferentes colegios para que puedan ser a partir de ahí recogidos por sus padres.
Organised by the Municipal Sports Department, the initiative aims to promote healthy lifestyles among young people, while also encouraging interaction and positive social values through sport. Marbella is set to host the 23rd edition of the Premios Juventud Awards, which, for the first time in their history, will be held outside the Americas. The event is a global showcase with a reach of more than 60 million people, and recent winners have included artists such as Bad Bunny, Murat and Karol G. The ceremony will take place on the night of the 3rd of September, bringing this year's Starlight Festival to a close. For the first time ever, the Premios Juventud Awards will be held outside the Americas, with their 23rd edition taking place in Marbella on the 3rd of September. The event will be one of the standout moments of this year's Starlight Occident Festival, which is celebrating its 15th anniversary. Produced by Televisión, the ceremony will be broadcast live from the Nagueles Quarry during prime time across the US Hispanic market, reaching an audience of around 62 million people. Last year's edition, where Bad Bunny, Murat and Karol G were among the main winners, generated more than 450 million online interactions.
Son los premios más importantes que hay del mundo latino y de habla en español en toda Latinoamérica y para la gente joven. Estos productores que son Televisión, que es la plataforma de comunicación global más importante del mundo, con más impacto y más espectadores y a nivel en todo, o sea, no solo televisión, redes sociales, o sea, es una plataforma espectacular, enorme, la número 1 a nivel mundial de habla en español. Ellos son los que hacen los Grammy, hacen los premios Juventud.
Estos premios tienen 25 actuaciones en directo, o sea, una tras otra, donde cada una de ellas normalmente es con más de un artista. O sea, van a venir más de 50 artistas solo para estar delante de la pantalla.
The awards will form part of a week packed with events, with Marbella becoming the centre of the Latin music world. The arrival of production teams and artists alone is expected to generate around 8,000 hotel overnight stays.
Todavía no somos conscientes de la trascendencia que va a tener que Marbella acoja por primera vez estos premios, o sea, y durante además toda una semana, lo que va a suponer mediáticamente de promoción para la ciudad.
Each year, the Premios Juventud celebrate artists and young people who drive change through music, social media and community involvement. These awards will bring the curtain down on a very special edition of Marbella's leading music festival. Starlight is celebrating its 15th anniversary, with 50 concerts already confirmed, featuring artists for all kinds of audiences. The festival returns to the Nagueles Quarry and gets underway in just 1 month on the 19th of June. The Premios Juventud Awards will provide the grand finale to what promises to be a very special edition of Starlight, running from the 19th of June to the 29th of August with around 50 concerts. 15 years of being unforgettable is the slogan marking this year's anniversary edition of the festival. To celebrate the occasion, Marbella residents registered on the local census will be offered a 15% discount on tickets, with access to a maximum of 4 tickets per person, subject to availability, between the 15th of May and the 15th of June.
Pero hemos dicho, es el 15 aniversario, con Marbella tenemos que hacer una cosa especial y solo si estás empadronado en Marbella, si no, no vale. Si estás empadronado en Marbella tienes la posibilidad de un 15% de descuento en un periodo y con un aforo limitado, o sea, con un cupo, y entonces tiene que darse mucha prisa porque yo estoy convencida que el cupo va a durar muy poco porque hay conciertos que están muy llenos ya.
As a tribute to its 15-year history, the festival will install 15 Insta-points across different locations in the city, recreating some of the moments and concerts that have defined Starlight over the years. A story that has closely linked the Starlight name with Marbella, generating a major economic and promotional impact for the city.
Que podamos tener un impacto económico superior a los 300 millones de euros. Que hayamos tenido y en cada edición tengamos a 325, 350.000 visitantes, o sea que nos lleva una cifra de casi 4 millones de visitantes en Marbella, con lo que eso aporta a la ciudad de su PIB, de número de hoteles, de todo lo que es el gasto medio de ese tipo de cliente. Puestos de trabajo, más de 7.000 puestos de trabajo. Además, el esfuerzo que ellos hacen de poder tener puestos de trabajo para gente local.
Once again, the organisation will recruit around 1,000 people for a range of jobs, with selection days taking place on the 27th, 28th and 29th at the Palacio de Congresos. Volunteering as a force for change. That was the message brought to the forefront this past Friday at a new edition of the Social Fair. Avenida del Mar was filled with solidarity as more than 30 social organisations from across the municipality came together. A reminder of their strength, but also a call for support to ensure no one is left behind. Marbella's broad and diverse network of associations gathered on Avenida del Mar for the 15th edition of the Social Fair, showcasing the work these organisations carry out across a wide range of sectors. Alongside them, students from a dozen primary and secondary schools had the chance to learn firsthand how these groups operate and, above all, the values that underpin their work throughout the year.
Hay muchas maneras de solidaridad y de voluntariado. Pero el hecho de que también conozcan los valores que las ONGs y que en este caso nuestras asociaciones tienen, para ellos es un aprendizaje. Yo creo que ellos necesitan aprender mucha biología, matemática, física y química, pero también valores, también solidaridad, también generosidad. Y eso en este caso, bueno, ya lo veis, el ambiente que hay, esta Avenida del Mar siempre se queda pequeña.
The event, which has a long-standing history in the city, shines a spotlight on the associations devoted to helping those most in need, people living with illness, disabilities, children with special needs, and those battling addiction. Cruz Roja, DYA, Arama, Afisol, Adelmar and Kudeca are just some of the organisations that set up stands to spread their message and encourage people to get involved as volunteers.
El poder conseguir pues esa savia nueva, esos chavales jóvenes que puedan venir a hacer algún tipo de voluntariado que nos impulse a realizar actividades nuevas y sobre todo que nos ayude a hacer esa salida a la comunidad y esas actividades de ocio para nosotros son tan importantes.
Es muy bonito y muy gratificante ayudar, pero también esas personas que vienen un poco así apenadas porque se ven en esa situación. Por eso necesitamos voluntarios y también necesitamos todas las caritas socios.
Siempre es bueno, que el voluntariado en la gente joven es complicado arrastrar de ellos, pero bueno, es verdad que tienen ahí su granito, vamos a ver si lo regamos y creamos conciencia.
Y los chicos, pues bueno, pues súper motivados, ¿no? Y con mucho interés de los distintos proyectos que estamos llevando a cabo. La verdad es que eso te da, bueno, el futuro lo tenemos aquí ya, ¿no?
A social fair bringing together more than 30 organisations, all reflecting values such as generosity, cooperation, altruism and empathy, qualities that define this city. The Town Hall is moving forward with plans to improve parking around the Cristo del Amor Bridge area, a densely populated part of the town linking the centre with surrounding neighbourhoods, where more than 50 new parking places are already available. The council's aim is to double that figure, reaching a total of 110 spaces. Expanding parking areas remains one of the Town Hall's key priorities, with plans to create 110 new parking spaces around the Cristo del Amor Bridge. 51 are already in use, while working is entering its final phase to add the remaining 60.
Estarán a disposición de los vecinos de Santa Marta, de Divina Pastora, de las personas que viven en la represa. Creo que es importantísimo el poder tener, una vez que uno llega a casa de trabajar, una zona donde aparcar, o las personas que quieran bajar al centro poder aparcar en una zona como esta. Ya digo, eran una serie de jardines que no estaban en las mejores condiciones, que no estaban de la mejor manera aprovechados.
A project designed to make parking easier in this central area, which also includes a number of additional improvement works.
Con la siembra de nuevos árboles, con la sustitución de parte del saneamiento, con la mejora de las canalizaciones del agua, con la mejora de la eficiencia energética con nueva iluminación, LED, con nuevas canalizaciones eléctricas. Al final una intervención completa que hace ciudad, que crea plazas de aparcamiento y que mejora la seguridad de los peatones.
Alongside major projects such as the Dover Street car park, completed during the previous term, providing 120 spaces, and the development now underway at Albergue Africa, which will add a further 600, the Town Hall is also carrying out smaller scale projects across the municipality wherever solutions can be found to improve parking availability.
Por ejemplo, en la parte norte, en Fernando VII, se han creado unas plazas también en algunas partes de Miraflores, en el Polígono, en Nueva Andalucía, que ahora dentro de unas semanas empieza también un nuevo aparcamiento, en Las Chapas se han creado también nuevas pastillas de aparcamiento, en San Pedro se han creado muchísimas plazas de aparcamiento. Al final estas microactuaciones, en La Patera se crearon también muchas plazas de aparcamiento. Estas microactuaciones lo que hacen que cada día la ciudad tenga menos problemas en cuanto al aparcamiento y más soluciones en cuanto a la vida de los vecinos a la hora de poder aparcar, a la hora de poder hacer vida.
The April meeting of the Costa Press Club took the group on a behind-the-scenes foray into the workings of Marbella's high-end hospitality with a visit to Les Roches Marbella International School of Hotel Management in Nueva Andalucía. This is undeniably one of the most prominent educational establishments in our city. The Costa Press Club meeting took place in the bright and airy Alquimia restaurant for the Les Roches experience, set within the Marbella campus. Les Roches opened the restaurant in the evening especially for the event. A key factor in the success of Les Roches is hands-on practical learning for students from day one, gaining experience in all aspects of hospitality, from kitchen and front of house to management duties. With approximately 1,000 students in Marbella of 100 nationalities, either actively studying on campus or on work placements at hotels, restaurants and luxury retail outlets, the network of Les Roches alumni in the hospitality sector, locally and internationally, is immense. The sizable group of Costa Press Club members was welcomed by campus director Mano Soler, who outlined the hands-on methodology of Les Roches and the group's influence on the global hospitality stage, with hotel management schools in Switzerland, Marbella, Abu Dhabi and imminently in Riyadh.
Bravo! Hi, I'm Amanda.
Two delightful student ambassadors, Amanda and Tatiana, gave the group a brief tour of the adjacent residential facilities for students, including a bright and spacious study lounge, gym and Pilates yoga studio. The evening speaker, José Luis Jiménez de Sandoval, a professor of tourism and lecturer in market research and data analytics at Les Roches and the University of Malaga, enlightened the group on the future of hospitality and gastronomy in Marbella, highlighting the opportunities and challenges facing Marbella as a world-class luxury destination, urging press and public to actively advocate to maintain the authenticity of the resort. Following the illuminating talk, the group enjoyed a delicious three-course meal, catered, prepared and served entirely by students of Les Roches, overseen by professionals. Arts and crafts is not just a kids' game, as I found out when visiting Art Terapia, located literally behind the Radio Televisión Marbella studios in Calle Juan Ramón Jiménez in the very heart of Marbella.
Hello. Oh, well, this is lovely.
On Wednesdays from 6 p.m. till 7:30 p.m, you can now enjoy a class of mindful art for children from 8 to 99 years old. There is a healthy snack included and 90 minutes of pure fun and relaxation guaranteed. It's also a great place to celebrate a private children's party and keep them thoroughly entertained. My daughter just turned 33 and we went to celebrate her birthday at Art Terapia this past Wednesday and it was wonderful. The place is absolutely beautifully decorated and laid out, a very, very safe space to leave your children at any time. Maria is a qualified teacher and hosts art classes, parties and workshops with special offers and activities for the upcoming summer months. For example, from the 22nd of June to the 8th of September, from Monday to Friday, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m, the summer camp offers arts and crafts, yoga, mindfulness, creative and sensory games, stories, music, and moments of real connection for our youngsters.
Eso me encanta, yo hice una así. It's like my blueberry one.
I'm going to make tea lights. What are you going to make, Lake?
I'm not going to put my glasses on. Wait.
Esponjita y mojamos un poquito en agua. Le vamos dando toquecitos alrededor, ¿ok?
Okay.
Poquita agua, ¿sí? Okay. Y así va a ser más fácil amasarlo. Perfecto. En bolita, con las manos.
The result may be not as hoped, but fun, 100%. Perfect way for a pre-birthday celebration. We all had a really good time. A big thank you to Maria, and just take a look at some of her artwork. Truly, truly impressive. Art Terapia, fabulous place in Marbella for youngsters, and maybe not quite so youngsters. Check it out. Laser treatments have come a long way in recent years, becoming quicker, safer and far less invasive than people might imagine. From skin care to hair removal and even vision correction, modern laser procedures are now faster, easier and more accessible than ever before. Treatments that once seemed long and complicated can often now be carried out in just a matter of minutes, with minimal downtime and impressive results. For many people, it can mean simple everyday benefits too, like no longer needing to put on glasses to drive and watch television. I went along to the Baviera Ophthalmology Clinic to find out more about how different laser therapy treatments are nowadays, how they work, and who could most benefit from it. Hello. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for taking the time to see me, but I have heard so much about this LASIK operation for eyes, particularly for youngsters, that I thought it would be nice to know a little bit more about it, because it sounds like it's a big deal putting laser in the eyes, but apparently it would seem that this is a really efficient way to deal with what? Short-sighted, long-sighted, astigmatism? Could you tell me a bit more?
Yeah, thank you for coming, Nico. You have a lot of questions. That's normal for our patients here. Well, laser surgery for the eye, we use it to correct the most common refractive errors like short-sightedness, long-sightedness, or astigmatism. So in patients normally below 50 years old, we use this technique to achieve the independence of the glasses for the patients.
How does it work?
Well, the laser surgery, what we do is we reshape the cornea, that's the front part of the eye, and we make it with the shape of the contact lens or the glasses that the patient uses, so they can be able to see without the glasses.
What are the advantages? I can think of the immediate advantages, not losing my glasses, not having to wonder where they are, different pair for reading them from seeing far away. Does it work like that it replaces that need?
Well, what we do is we replace the glasses with the laser, so the patient has no more need to use any contact lenses or any prescription. And the biggest advantage is the quality of life that the patient have, so they wake up and they can see properly.
Is it a genuinely successful procedure? Is it something that's quite easy to do? Is it painful?
All right, so the procedure itself, it takes more or less 5 minutes. It's very quick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's not painful. We do it with anesthetic drops, so the anesthesia is just the drops. We don't need
just a localized anesthetic.
Yeah, we don't need any needles or any sedation. And the procedure itself, the patients notice the pressure, a little bit of water running, and some lights, but it's very quick, very, very straightforward, and the recovery is also very fast. Normally, the vision improves within the first day, and the patient can go back to work or normal activities the day after the surgery.
That quickly?
Yes.
Wow. Is everybody suitable to have this type of laser treatment?
Well, we do a preoperative study for the patients to see if they are suitable for the surgery. We assess the prescription, the overall vision and condition of the eye, and also very important is the thickness and the shape of the cornea. We need to make sure that your cornea is healthy because the laser is done in the cornea. So we must be sure that there won't be any problems in the future if we do the laser treatment.
You were saying this is for younger people. Is it because of the thickness of the cornea and the health of the cornea as you get older is affected? Because apparently, say for my age, this wouldn't be the optimum treatment, perhaps.
Okay, normally we use it for younger people because they don't have presbyopia. That's the inability to see from near that people got when they are 45 or 50 years old, more or less, because we can correct the distance vision. But in some special cases, we also can use it for older people and do a technique that's called monovision, with correcting one eye for distance and the other eye for near, and achieve good vision in both distances.
Doesn't affect them for balance if you're changing?
Well, normally it takes a week or two to get used to the vision, but it's very well tolerated and the patients are happy with the results.
The benefits compensate.
Yeah. Okay. Depending on the case, we can use laser or we can put some intraocular lenses in older patients, so we can correct also the cataract.
Doctor, what kind of things or tests do you need to do before the procedure?
Well, before the surgery, we have to do some tests, some machines. So if you want to join me, and I can show you what we do for the tests.
Definitely. Thank you.
All right, so here we can check the refraction of the patient and see what prescription we will be needing to correct for glasses or for contact lenses, and also for our laser surgery. So you can put your chin here and your forehead against the plastic. Okay.
Oh, it's a nice house on the river, on
Yeah,
the
you have to
beach.
look at the house, and it takes just a second. We check both eyes. And also we will check the pressure of the eye, so we can make sure there is no problem of glaucoma.
Jesus.
Yeah. Okay, so you can separate. Perfect.
It's like something's attacking your eyes.
So here we have the results. You have a little bit of hyperopia, and your pressure is fine.
What's hyperopia?
Hyperopia is long-sightedness. So your distance vision is okay, but you may need some glasses for reading. And because of your age, you also have presbyopia. That's the need of glasses for reading. All right.
So that comes with an age thing. That's just typical for my age.
That's a clock we have inside of the body. Everyone that has 45 or more years has some kind of presbyopia.
Yeah, I've been resisting getting glasses for a long time. I think I can see until I borrow someone else's glasses, and then I can see I can't see.
Yeah, normally people that resist to use the glasses, they think they will be able to fight it, but normally you just get them and you get used to see well, and you want to continue using them.
No, I do notice that when I borrow somebody else's, that the difference is quite amazing. Yeah. It's worth it. But it's nice that if you can do the laser treatment and then not need to wear glasses, especially when you're young, if you can get rid of it. Does it last forever once you've had it done?
Well, the laser surgery, what we correct is the distant vision mostly. But when you get 45 or more years old, normally you will need the glasses for reading.
So it'll last you for a certain amount of time, but then obviously age gets involved again, and then the other factors get...
And you may need to use the glasses for reading or for your computer, but you can also get another type of treatment that corrects the presbyopia, like intraocular lenses or other kind of lasers.
Modern technology is quite marvelous. Is there any follow-up care once you've had the laseric surgery?
Well, when we do the treatment, we do a follow-up. Normally it's the next day after the surgery, at the week, at 1 month and 3 months. Obviously, normally we can give you the discharge at 3 months, but if you need any more checkups, we continue to follow you up.
Fabulous. Well, thank you ever so much. This has been very informative. I'm too old for LASIK surgery. However, there are a lot of other options, and nice to know. Thank you, Doctor.
Nice to meet you.
And look at that, and I got an eye checkup at the same time. In my experience, Linea Directa is superb when it comes to insurance, particularly for expats. I have met the dedicated English-speaking team that answers our phone calls. Real people with real families who take pride in providing the best service. Whether it's for home insurance, car, motorbike, they will ensure you get the policy best suited to you. They've also got new policies, especially for our pets and anti-squatter. Everything is in English, everyone is friendly, and everyone is truly doing their best for us. Call 952 14 78 34 or go to their website lineadirector.com for further details.
Have you heard of Zero Hero? Well, I'll tell you. Zero Hero is a community initiative that rewards designated drivers with free soft drinks. Every single one of our venues gets special branding, including this sticker which has a QR code which will lead you straight to our website. The Zero Hero project is in collaboration with the Linea Directa Road Safety Foundation. So whether you're a customer who goes to wonderful restaurants or a restaurant who serves wonderful people, this is definitely something for you. Go to our zerohero.es website to find out more. Sometimes there are numbers that shape your life, thousands of minutes putting in your contact lenses, hundreds of blurred memories, and many lost pairs of glasses. But there are also numbers that give you confidence. For more than 30 years at Baviera, we have performed 1 million treatments, 1 million reasons for a life without glasses. Baviera Ophthalmology Clinic.
And now it's time to welcome our first guest of the programme. Thanks to CIT Marbella, a business networking association, every week we welcome a different member. And this time it's to welcome back Sabi Borsos of Logi School. Sabi, really nice to see you again. Coming up to summer, I'm sure you've got some great summer camps prepared, apart from so many other things. Welcome.
Yes, thank you very much, Nicole, again for the invitation. I really feel like home again. So last time while we were here, we talked about our after-school activities. But now, since the upcoming season, summer is approaching, then I would like to propose for the people who live in Marbella our exceptional summer camps. These are great events, weekly thematics, and plenty of topics related to digital activities. That means we welcome kids from primary, so from 6 years of age. When they can read and write, they are more than welcome, up to 14, 16 years of age.
It sounds amazing. Before we go into the summer camps, the after-school activities, you now have 2 locations, San Pedro and Elveria. So this is really nice because Marbella is a very long coastline to be able to travel. So tell us a little bit about the after-school activities, because I imagine they'll still be carrying on now until the summer.
Absolutely. So after the program, I'm going to run to both schools because we have our kids coming and many people asking about it still now. So believe it or not, now we are ending the academic year, but still every single week there are newcomers and they wanted to know about it. So I think, because of, AI brings digital activities to spotlight. So parents who are cautious and they would like to take care of their kids' future, they know that if you start in an early age, that will be a great advantage. And yeah.
For me, I think looking at the benefit of having young grandchildren, if we can educate them in the way of using a screen, a tablet, doing something to be creative, as opposed to this doom scrolling, we can change, hopefully, and educate them to look at it as a tool and not as an exchange for living themselves in this fake reality, which worries me greatly, and I think many parents.
Yeah, absolutely, and I agree with you. So, you have to control their screen time. And, what we say at Logi School, you have to convert these passive users of different platforms, TikTok, YouTube, whatever you mean, Minecraft, Roblox, then it's our own content where we do summer camps and courses is to convert these passive users of technology to create really something useful. And screen time doesn't have to be, a type of fear, what we have to say. So sorry for that.
It's time to go to school.
Now my teacher just calling me. Sorry for that.
That's okay. It's new technology. It's with you everywhere.
Absolutely. So basically, we transforming passive users of technology to become really creative minds in the digital world. So that doesn't mean that, we want everyone to be part of the coding world, because now many people talk about AI and coding and stuff. No, we just want to have kids who know how to handle these digital platforms.
But I think also if they do understand the coding, we don't want to lose that understanding that's now in new generations because of AI, just because it'll do it for us. I think the fact that they know is even more important is how it was created. Who knows when they're going to need to develop those skills?
Absolutely. So the thing is that many parents also asking me the same question. Why do we teach coding while you can ask now ChatGPT, okay, code me something on Python programming language? Well, the fact is, if you know how to prompt specific things, then you will know and better understanding how AI thinks. So the results will become much better for you.
It's learning a new language.
Absolutely. So, well, if you know how computers think, how it creates algorithms, and how these commands, following different sequences, then you will prompt much better any type of AI platform. And I think this is the key. So if you go in deep in details, that's great. It's even better. But if you're just understanding these basic algorithms, you will have real advantages in life.
I imagine since I've known you over the years, even the course and the way you teach it has had to adapt with the new technologies as they've come out, because you see different requirements, different tools. It's a never-ending saga. I mean, we're never going to catch up, I don't think.
And thanks very much for the question, because I think this is our biggest competitive advantage compared to any private or public schools, because we own more than 300 schools all around the world, and we know what is happening in the technology sector, and at the same time we follow what is happening in the education system. So the problem is that the education system couldn't follow up with this digital wave. And back in 2020, we already discovered in an international scale that AI will be the next big thing happening in technology. So before ChatGPT published in 2022, we already developed our own content. Every single year there is a new course, new summer camp coming. For example, I'm just going to mention a very cool weekly topic during the summer that's called AI Creator Lab. So teenagers going to create their own websites, own content, own logo and everything done with AI, absolutely. So yes.
Within the summer camp, there's one particular one for teenagers. Tell us about the offer for summer. When do the camps start? Times, what it covers?
Yes. So we start immediately after the public school finishes. So from the 22nd of June, we're going over 8 weeks and we finish on the 14th of August. We will need 2 weeks of break after a heavy summer camp season. And during those 8 weeks, we will have weekly topics from Monday until Friday. If you imagine a Logi School summer camp, a typical day starts at 9 o'clock. We do 2 digital activities in the mornings. Obviously, we have breaks around 11:30 and after 1 o'clock. And I think it's very important to mention this time that we also combine our digital activities with outdoor things. So kids will socialize with each other, and we're using hula hoops and balls and things, very typical outdoor activities, what you can imagine in summer camps. Because many parents asking us, okay, but if you are a digital school or you teach coding, kids are going to glue to screen during 6 or 7 hours while they are at the camp. And that's not true. So we combine the digital activities with outdoor activities as well.
And what time do they go in the morning? At 9 o'clock until what time?
We have 2 different schedules, because in Algeria they can stay until 1 o'clock, only attending the activities in the classrooms, or they can stay until the extended version until 3 p.m., including also a lunch specially designed for our campers. And in San Pedro, they can stay until 2 o'clock. And that also means that we will go to the park right next to our school called Parque de los Tres Jardines.
Oh, nice. It's a nice park.
It's a very nice park. Kids just love it. That's a zip line there and many things we are planning to do with them. So be prepared, because we're going to bring water guns and balloons and everything. So it will be fun.
A lot of fun as well. Educational, fun. What more can a parent ask for over the summer? Well, Sabi, anything we've missed out? Anything else you'd like to share with us before we finish?
Just to mention, everything is online. So if they visit our website, logischool.com, they can register, and there is a weekly planner there. You can have a look at what type of content we put together for San Pedro and Algeria. You just pick the location, and it's just buying something online. So it's a web shop experience.
Do you have to do the whole thing? Can you go just for a day or a couple of days, or do you need to be in the whole course?
Absolutely. So yeah, you can come for 1 day, 2 days. Mostly I'm recommending coming for the full week, because this is the content, what it will be completed. And at the end of the week, they're going to get a certificate, they're going to get presents, t-shirts, everything. So
well worth it.
Yeah.
I want to sign up my granddaughter immediately, put it down for San Pedro. That suits us very well. And we'll work out which week. So if you would like to go to logischool.com, logischool.com, and contact Boris. Really lovely to see you again, and delighted. I think this is such an important thing for our kids to embrace and understand.
Absolutely. Thanks very much for the invitation. And kids are welcome from 6 to 16 years of age.
Thank you. Cindy Barnes of The Grapevine is the lady who recommended I interview my next guest. Her name is Elizabeth Dreyfus, and she's written a book, A Girl Gotta Eat. Let's find out more. Elizabeth, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
I am so impressed. This is a real book.
Oh, it's a real book.
I mean, it's a book with pages. This is fabulous.
And
pictures.
Lots of pictures.
Lots of pictures. I have to say, I love the title, Girls Gotta Eat. Looking forward to more. A British woman's journey from England to Hollywood and real life. Elizabeth Dreyfus. Are you a Dreyfus?
Yes, not Julia Dreyfus, but Richard Dreyfus. I say Dreyfus. People say Dreyfus.
Dreyfus.
Richard Dreyfus is my brother-in-law.
Oh, my word.
My husband was the older brother. He was a comedy writer and TV.
Oh, how exciting.
And film. He's also an actor. He made a film in Holland, made a film in Italy with the, I think it was called the Dolly Dots in the 80s. And they were like the Spice Girls in Europe. But he's written for TV, film, and he's an actor and a voiceover and does many big commercials, and he's written the commercials. So he had his own production company. And
Sounds like an exciting family, and you yourself creative, you've written a book, but I believe also a singer. Tell us a bit about your story.
Well, I come from 4 generations of showbiz family.
Oh, really?
That's for all nuts and crazy and out there. And this book tells from where my family came from. We are direct descendants of Robert the Bruce.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty interesting to know how you would even be able to find that out.
Well, my uncle, when he retired from the RAF, he decided that he was going to trace he knew it was Scottish, and the name Corrie, that was his name. And he went to Somerset House, where all the, used to be, they moved it now, all the birth certificates were. And he spent about 6 years, that's all he did, traced our family. Then he wrote it out in beautiful handwriting, and it was like a book. And it's all about our family.
Wow.
And we got Spanish too. My great, might be another great there, but grandmother was Spanish, and one of our relatives went over and married her and brought her back from Spain, and he was a sea captain. And he brought her back, so that's where the Spanish lies. And quite honestly, if you saw half my aunts, you would think they were Spanish. I mean, I'm dark.
Where did you grow up?
I shouldn't say that, should I?
Well, I mean, I think we're both I think we're in the same bottle, you and I.
It's all natural. Yeah, sorry. What did you say?
I said buzz natural blondes together.
Yes, exactly. So, well, it's better when you're older, you know.
It is, isn't it? It's softer.
Soft on the face.
It is. It really is, because I have really dark hair and never wanted to change the colour, but now I have to admit it looks better. It's softer.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that was too hard and brash now.
Yeah. So my grandfather came back from World War II and won, and he was on Dunkirk. He was in Dunkirk. Anyway, came back and he became a song and dance man in music hall.
Wow, that must have been very exciting.
Yes, and then my mother wanted to be an actress, and she ran away at 12, went into London at the theatre there where Leslie Henson, the comedian, was actually performing, waited for him out on the steps. Her mum did not know she went into London. They lived on the outskirts of London. And he wanted to know what she was doing there. And she told him, I want to be an actress. I thought you could help me. And he said, well, you're a little young. You'll have to come back. And then he got his driver to drop her off home.
Oh, that was nice.
Her mother was furious. And my granddad said, you're not going to become an actress. You're going to do something else. You're not doing that. It's a tough business. So she became to cut the long story short, she actually became a hairdresser in the film studios and worked on Great Expectation, bleached Laurence Olivier's hair, and worked with Vivian Leigh and all those wonderful classic. My dad worked with, I've forgotten his name, it's in the book, but he was a makeup artist.
What was your childhood like at home? We played dress up, makeup and things as children, but yours must have been another level in your house.
Yes, actually, when I was a kid, my dad made me up as a wicked witch. I looked like I was 90 with a hook nose, with a wart on the end, with hair coming out. And I went to regular school and I scared all the kids to death. And of course, I won first prize. And that's our family. And we had actors, well-known actors at our house. And my dad was always, he was a bit of a boozer, which I tell that in there. But he was also brilliant and very funny.
So what was your experience with Hollywood? From the UK, you moved to Hollywood with the family?
Well, my cousin was married to the producer and writer of Hee Haw, which was a big television show at that time, in the 70s, on television, 70s and 80s. And he did also won an Emmy for Man in His Music with Sinatra and everything. Anyway, we were all together with the family and my aunts and my uncle in Guernsey. And we all got together I was married with a baby and I was traveling but at that time he was a baby, so I was taking some time off because I was working all the time. I left home at 15 to do my first lead in a musical.
Oh, wow.
And I never stopped. I did West Side Story. It was dark then, and I played Anita. I was the youngest Anita on the London stage to play.
Wow.
I was the understudy. I took over, and it was great. So I've had some amazing shows. I worked with Ronnie Barker in Harcourt Barker. My husband at the time was sort of, I called him my useless husband, actually, quite frankly, he was. And he was never happy. And so when they said, why don't you come to America and you can do your acting there, blah, blah, blah. And so I did. And then my mum came with us. My sister came 3 months later, and we stayed in our 8-bedroom house in Beverly Hills. And I met everybody. I met James Stewart. I've met not thousands, but I've met a lot.
A lot more than most mere mortals, I'm sure about that.
Yes.
And to Marbella, how did you come to be here?
Oh, we jumped a big thing. Okay.
I know, but I want people to read your book, Elizabeth.
It's so many stories. I used to hang out with Elton a lot. We had the same best friend. So I've got Elton. I've got I've got great stories of Elton, actually, and Shirley MacLaine, and loads of. And I gave Tom Cruise his first interview.
Wow.
And I then met the Pope. I got this other job. But this takes me on, I gave up acting because I thought American television was stupid and I didn't like it. And I said, I can't do this anymore. So Mum said, what are you going to do? And I'd already had a divorce because he was useless. He took all my money and went off back to England. And so I'm stuck with a kid in the country, and I had to do something. And so Mum said, you better do something quick, because I said, but I only know how to sing, dance and act. She said, well, you better learn something else because you've got little kids to support. So I did. And then I did a few things with my acting, got my SAG card, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't, there was no theatre when you don't do TV. You've got theatre.
Yeah.
You always got the theatre, and there was no really theatre here.
Do you get involved with any amateur dramatics locally?
Oh, God, no. Oh, sorry.
Oh, God,
no. No. And plus the fact that I don't think I can remember the lines now.
Oh.
I'm older. I am old now. But I can't remember the lines. But anyway, the bottom line is I retired out of the business. Oh, I own my own movie and television location company. I was only the second company to do that.
Well done.
And I did very well, bought my own house, and then I met Lauren, my husband, Lauren Dreyfus, I always wanted to, that's why I hung out with the gays, because they were funny. And I was campy, so they loved me. And so I ended up just wanted a funny man. And I was dating a lot of actors. That's where The Girl's Gotta Eat comes from, this, and how I got it. And my husband said, that's the name of your book, because I told him.
So he's been very encouraging of you. He was
very encouraging, and he read it before he died.
Oh, darling, I'm sorry.
And then he said, please do that. Please get it published. And it took me 5 years, because I really missed him. He was the love of my life.
I can bet.
He was so funny. He was like living with Mel Brooks every day. He was hilarious.
It looks
cute.
like you must have made an absolutely amazing couple. We're going to have to leave it there for the moment. But Elizabeth, delighted to meet you. You really are fascinating. I mean, there are obviously a lot more stories to tell. I'm very, very proud that I've been given A Girl's Gotta Eat by Elizabeth Dreyfus, you say?
Yes.
Elizabeth Dreyfus, how you pronounce it. Where can we get your book, Elizabeth?
On Amazon.
Perfect.
Yes, on Amazon. And it's funny and entertaining.
Well, I very much look forward to reading it, and thank you very much for the gift.
Oh.
Love it, absolutely love it. You just never know who you're going to meet in Marbella. We always say you never know who you're just sitting next to. And then we have Dreyfus, who's a brother-in-law. How cool is that? And you, a star in your own right, undeniably, Elizabeth.
I do want to sing here.
Well, there are plenty of places that will have you, I'm sure. That's all we have time for, though, this week. Please do check out the rtvmarbella.tv website, because you have links through to recordings of the programme, so you can watch again at your leisure and catch up on all the news and interviews if you missed out. You can go to my website, nicoleking.es, with a link to the programme, also a link to my Marbella Moments column in the Euro Weekly News, to the zerohero.es website for an ever-increasing list of local venues that are supporting the designated drivers. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, have a great weekend. Bye for now.